is a review for, I guess it was 2 weeks ago when we saw each other, and it's on verbs, action words, or verbs. And within that, I also included some classifiers. A classifier is a handshake, and it's used a lot with verbs. This is a sign for verbs, okay? It's used a lot in there. This is the C handshake, the B or the 5 handshake, 1, the F, the A, and they're used to represent things, either in nouns or in verbs. To walk, you'll see this is the 5 handshake, to walk. You also can do a person walking, 2 people walking. Okay. To run, this is the sign to run. An alternative is to tell someone to run. Run quickly, run, run. To jump, you can land, you can jump over to something. Remember, verbs are directional. You go whichever direction you're talking about. So if you're jumping down, you're jumping up, or you're jumping and you're landing, jump. Okay. Swim. Swim. Now if you're going to say specifically backstroke, it's going to be back or forward. Okay. Depending on what the action is, that's what you want to show. So swim. To ride. To ride something that you straddle, this is the sign for ride. To ride a bicycle, this is to ride. To ride a horse, this is to ride. To ride in a car is to ride in something. Okay. Riding in a car, this represents the car, and you're sitting in it, and you're riding. Okay. So to ride. Play. To play a game. This is not the noun play as in production put on stage. That would be this. This is to play. Children play. It is not to play a piano. That would be to play. Or to play a flute. That would be to play. This is to play a game. Help. I help you. You help me. He helps her. All help each other. It's directional. Something that you're assisting to help. Sit. You can sit like this. You can sit down gently. You can tell someone to sit. Okay. Sit. You swing. Is sitting. Swinging. Same motion. To crawl. The animal hand shape is kind of like 2 X's. To crawl. To crawl on a surface. And again, it needs to be directional. If it's a tree, you're going to have the tree, and you're going to crawl up a tree. Okay? Or you're not going to crawl up a tree, but a squirrel is going to crawl up a tree. Okay? So to crawl. Hide. To hide. You're underneath something, or you're behind something. The action of hiding. Fly. An airplane flies like this. Okay? Fly. One direction to another. A fly flies like this. Okay? A bird flies like this. A butterfly, wherever they're flying. Okay? Think about what it is that you're discussing. Fly. Land. Well, it's to land when you jump. An airplane lands. I slipped and I landed on my back. To land. So you're showing whatever it is that's landing. If it's an airplane, it's coming to a stop. If it's a person who's walking and they slip, then they land. Okay. 2 legs. Land. Write. To write something on paper. It's to write. You can write on a chalkboard, it can be directional. You can write, pass somebody a note, write. To draw. uses the eye and the tablet hand. Draw. Draw. It is not to draw a name. That's to choose. It means two different things. So this is to draw in art, and this is to draw a name or to choose someone for something. Paint. Sign for paint, as in my house, I painted it. Okay? Paint. You can sign it like this if you're using a big paintbrush or a roller, or if you're painting the ceiling. You just show whatever it is that you're trying to say. Use that motion. Color. The sign for color. If you want a child to color something, then you need to say, to color that, please. It's the same sign for crayon. Color. Sometimes it helps if you mimic coloring. That's not technically the verb. It's to color. To color. To make. Right hand over left hand or vice versa, depending on which hand is dominant, and they twist. To make something. To make. Build. Build. One thing goes on top of another. Build. If you're discussing something that is like a building, this is to build a building. If you want to build your faith, that's more developing. That's not, so make sure you sign what you mean. To build. Build. To put. Put something. Whichever, wherever you need it put. You can use the P's as well. Put. Put. Drive. I drive over there, he drives over here. To drive. Drive. Push. Push. To push against something. If it's a door, push it closed. Pull it. Pull it open. If you're playing tug of war. Pulling. To pull. To roll. Roll. You can do 2 R's. You can do more H's. Roll. Roll. Roll down the hill. Okay. That rolled off the table. Roll. Find. Find. It's also the sign for pick. As in pick up something. Find. Find. Can. The ability. It's A's. Go down. Can. Can I go to the bathroom, please? Can I? Can. Type. Type. Spell. Spell. Finger spell or spell in English. Spell. Clean. Need to clean that. Clean up your room. Clean it up. One time is nice or neat. So it's to clean. Cleaner. You look nice. You look clean today. Okay, there's a difference. Wash. Wash. You can wash in the tub. Wash your face. Wash. Dry. Dry. Don't do it up here because that's ugly. Dry. Dry. If you're going to dry the dishes, it's dry. Dry. Sweep. Just like using a broom, sweep. Hit. This is to hit a person. Okay. To hit a person. It can be directional. You can hit yourself in the head, hit somebody in the shoulder, or that. It hit the wall. Hit. Hit. Cook. Cook. It's to cook something like on the range, not to bake something really, but to cook. Because baking is in the oven. To put it in there. So cook. Slide. slide, slide. Or you can slide down a hill. Okay. Think. Think. I think so. Think. Think. Look can be the L's. Look. You need to look at that. Can be two eyes. These stand for your eyes. Look. Look. See. To see. Your fingers are pointed toward you this time. To see. I can see clearly. I can see clearly. See. Watch. Those two eyes again, and there's emotion with it. There's keeping an eye on you. It's not this. It's to watch. Watch. Yes. And you can watch from above, or you can watch around the corner. Watch. Hear. This is to hear a sound. And it's to listen if someone can hear and they just need to concentrate on hearing audible noises. It is not, did you hear me? That's pay attention, okay? This is to pay attention, to listen. But this is the actual act of your ears working, to hear. Sing. Music, song, sing. You can use the V's for your voice coming out to sing. Yell. Wise. Coming forcefully out of your mouth. Yell. Shout. Don't yell at me. Yell. Here. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. Explain. 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 Decide. Is to think. Make a choice. Decision. Decide. Tell. Tell. I can tell you. Tell her. Tell her. Tell him. Quiet. Tell. She told a story. Tell. To say. Stays on your chin. What did you say? Say. And pay attention.